Okay, so we are ready to talk about marketing your SMS campaigns. This is about how to bring people into your list. As you recall from the steps to building an SMS campaign, here's where we're at with this. So you've already created your magnetic campaign. You've decided what it is you're going to do. Now we need to market it. And we're going to be talking about today also about making sure that you build into your marketing what people agree to get so that you're really being clear upfront with that communication. It's really important that you understand that SMS campaigns without strategic and plentiful marketing will fail. No matter how cool the magnetic offer is, no matter how great the campaign is, no matter how wonderful it's going to be for people once they get on the list, if they don't ever hear about it, it's not going to work. So it's really important, this part about marketing your campaigns. It's also really important that you understand that if you market without following the best practices, you're putting yourself at risk. The best practices being talking about all of the things that need to be included. We're going to go over that in a second. Be sure to read the lecture entitled How Not to Send Mobile Spam. It is a written lecture. It's not a webinar video. And so you can print it out and really pay attention to it and have it as a bit of a checklist. And this marketing part of it is a huge part of it as well. It's actually part of the whole concept of not being a spammer is in how you market your SMS list. All your marketing for your text message list needs to include the following things. The phrase message and data rates may apply. This is important because what it does is it tells your people that are getting on your list that while you're not charging them for the campaign, there is going to be a fee from their carrier for the messages themselves and any data should they click through on anything. You need to let people know the maximum number of messages that they're going to receive and do not go over that maximum number. So make sure you figure that out very clearly. Don't say you're going to send twice a month and then come up with a really cool campaign where you want to send some, do a campaign that you're going to have, 3 or 4 messages going out in the month. So make sure you're clear on that. You need to let people know in their marketing how to stop receiving messages and how to get help. Basically, you just say, reply, stop. Reply help, and I'll show you some examples of this. And then the critical part is, what will they be receiving? And here's the interesting thing. What they'll be receiving is their magnetic offer as well as being a critical part of your best practices compliance. So your magnetic offer needs to be clear and combined with your opt-in communication that goes as well. So let's take a look at where you need to be marketing your SMS campaigns. Pretty much anything you're already doing, you need to be including your SMS call to action to build your list. On your website, email, social media, speaking, marketing materials, and print advertising. We're going to cover all of those in detail in just a minute. So I just want to take a second and say that if you also have a location, a physical place of business, you need to be doing signage in that place of business. If you're doing any sort of radio or TV ads, make sure you get your text message opt-in included in that as well. And if you have staff that engage with customers, have them say, have you gotten on our text message list, and offer your magnetic offer and get people on the list. Let's take a look at some of these in detail. Some of the considerations that you want to keep in mind is that most people have their cell phone within reach most of the time. So some of them you may be thinking, well, that seems a little odd, or I'm not sure people would opt in from this, from their email onto their cell phone, but most people have their cell phone with them. Right now I am recording this session for you and my cell phone is inches away from my hand. Granted, it's off and I'm not planning on looking at it even if I do get a text message, but it's right here. And just also keep in mind, I want you to be thinking about building the list all the time in all of your marketing, because text messaging is a great tool for direct response engagement. It's like email. It's the one tool that can reach out and communicate with people right where they are when you want to do it. So the first place you want to be marketing your SMS list is on your own WordPress site. This whole course is about mobilizing your WordPress site. So naturally, you want to make sure that you've got your text message opt-in prominently placed on your site. Now you've got the SMS opt-in plugin as a part of this course. It is exclusive. This plugin is not offered out to everyone. You have to be in this course to have it. And there are sessions on how to use it and all the details of it. What you want to know is that putting this on your site is a smart way to get people to opt into your list. And the technology itself will cover all of the opt-in information that you need to do. So the other thing to keep in mind, that if you want to put this information on any sort of other marketing tools, this is a good way to make sure that you've got the right got everything covered. You can also use this as a way to create what it is you want to put on something else and grab the wording from it and then put it somewhere else. But let's take a look at some other sites that do this. They're probably not powered on WordPress, but they're definitely marketing their text message campaigns on their site. The History channel has a text message about this day in history, and they're suggesting you text in, and they have all of their compliance information right there, up to 7 messages a week, because they're doing this day in history. So you can say you're up to messages in month or week, whichever one makes sense, and then it's got all sorts of the stop and help information. Michael's, the craft store, has a really great mobile campaign all around. They've got a mobile app, they've got a great mobile site, they've got a good QR code that drives you to the app, really great. And they've also got text alerts, so you can text in join to create, which they spelled out their number. That doesn't really work that much anymore, because I don't think most smartphones have the numbers on the keypads anymore. I would say that they should probably just have that the numbers there. But anyway, you can enroll to receive offers and project ideas. So both of those have great magnetic options as well. But these are 2 examples of marketing on your site. The USA Today does the same thing. They have weather forecasts, celebrity gossip, sports scores, stock quotes. There's a whole nother site that does it as well. And you can see that, having the cell phone graphic on there is really helpful for people to, see it and know what they're doing. Email. Okay, so using your email list to encourage people to sign up for your SMS list seems a little odd. You may be thinking, well, they're already on my email list. Do I really need to get them on my SMS list? Yes, you do. Their email is crowded. Everyone's got them on their email list. They're on many people's email lists, but they're probably not on very many people's SMS lists. And this gives you a direct right to wherever they are, whenever they are, whenever you need them, wherever they are. Be sure to include your magnetic offer prominently in the email. So when you go to send out an email to say, hey, get on my SMS list, make sure you tell people why. Make sure that the magnetic offer is a huge part of it, because you've got to really entice people to do it. Even more so than email, they really want to have a good reason. Be sure to put your opt-in in your email signature file, and I've got an example for you on that as well. So whenever you send any email, people get a chance. I'd like to share an example of real-life situation. Now, granted, this is a physical place. It's a burger place, a restaurant, but it's a perfect example of using email to build your SMS list for a good response. So Scotty P's, this burger place, had an email list of 6,000 customers. They sent out an email suggesting people get on the text message list. 5% within 24 hours responded. So now they've got a prime list, 300 people who have said, yeah, you can email me and you can text message me. They sent out a coupon with a lunchtime offer, buy a burger, get a burger free. So it's a very nice offer. And 12% response rate. So 36 people came in for lunch from one text message. And this is a really great example of leveraging email to get people onto an SMS list. Speaking of great examples, I want to share an SMS email, beautifully orchestrated campaign by Yeezy Mobile, where what they did was they had a series of emails and SMSs that worked in conjunction in a really great way. Let me walk you through it. So they sent out an email, Chris Clements did, to capture the SMS, and you're going to see each of these steps in a minute. Then they sent an SMS to capture the attention of the people that were on the list. They gave out a free gift that went out via text message. Then they also teased the upcoming offer via text message. Then when it was time to make the offer, the actual offer, they sent out an SMS to announce that it was coming out via email, and then gave a special perk for the SMS subscribers. So there was a reason that people would stay on this list to get the text message to tell them to check the email for the offer, because there was a special perk. There was a really great reason for being on the SMS list. Then they went ahead and sent out the email with the full details, using the right tool for the job. Chris didn't try to cram in the whole details of the offer into 160 characters of a text message. He used it to get me to check my email to see the offer. Really, this is really smart. Just put your thinking cap on in this for anything you've got going, product launches, etc. It's really, really smart. So he sent out an email. And by the way, this campaign's no longer live, so I don't think you can still get in on it. He sent out in this email saying, text the keyword supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to, and gave the keyword. Of course, it's a big chuckle because that's not really the keyword. It really just is super. But it was a very engaging email. And then he says in there, keep an eye on your phone and email over the next 36 to 48 hours. So he gave a real short time frame to let you know that this is an active promotion right now and you're going to be in on it. And so then in his PS, he tells you that you're going to get up to 8 messages per month. So it really is, it's going to be some serious messages coming over a short period of time. So that was really good. What happened when I sent it in, I obviously got the first message was, the general opt-in information, so the fine print, and then it tells me to keep an eye on my phone and email for details about something that's coming up this weekend only. So he sets the time frame of it, so you can really tell that it's something exciting. The next 2 messages are really cool. He sent out a free gift that came out to only the subscribers. So now what he's done is he's given me some incentive. Like, I understand there's some perks for being on the SMS list. It's really cool. He did not send this out via email. So I didn't go into my email box and say, well, yeah, I could have just got this in email. No, it was only for the people on the SMS list. So now he's really sort of done a thing where he's conditioned me that the SMS list is valuable and it's really cool. The next thing he did was tease the upcoming offer. So he basically sort of gave me a hint on what was going to come in my, in this offer that I had signed up to find out about. Here's what the landing page, the mobile landing page, looked like for me to sign up to get the free 1,000 SMS business cards. And so it was a way for me to sign up to get that, and it worked seamlessly on mobile, which is also really important, really cool. All right, here's where it gets exciting. So he sends out, then the last text message that comes out is the check your email for the SMS pricing and sign up link. So now I know that he has sent an email with all the details and I've got the sign up link in there. Then he gives me a special perk that I can put my phone number in the bonus code after I sign up, and I get 5,000 free messages. So this is a pretty cool deal. I now have gotten 1,000 free SMS business cards, and I'm going to get 5,000 free messages when I sign up for this offer. And then here's the great thing. So notice that time stamp there, 4:23 at 11:20 a.m. Here's what my email box looked like at 11:20 on 4:23. How likely do you think it is that I would see that email? Honestly, there's way too much in there. It makes me think I need to be unsubscribing from some things. But here's some other emails that literally just sort of went by. I've got Elisa Sasevich, one last shot to grab my insider call, Allison Marks, my final reminder, O'Reilly webcast, last chance. So like all these people are vying for my attention. Even Advertising Age, the last chance to register for Ad Age as exclusive webcast. I didn't open any of those. Those all just went by. However, Chris's email, I purposely went in and looked for it. I took my phone and said, oh my gosh, I got to see what this is all about because it was so exciting. I went in to my email box and sought out an email to open on purpose. How cool is that? Seriously, this is the power of getting people onto your text messaging list. And then what he did was in the email. So here's when I opened up the email, what I got was great. Here it is. And then he linked me from the email to the website where now I can go ahead and sign up. So he took me from my text messaging to specifically send me into the email where I could get the open up the email to get some information, and then linked me right into the website. If he had put the link to the website offer in the text message, skipped this email step, now I'm going to be on my phone trying to read through this offer. I'm not likely going to sign up on my phone for this offer. It was a reseller program, an SMS reseller program. I wasn't likely to sign up for it there. Plus, it would be hard to read through everything and make a decision. So this is really smart, taking people from anticipation to opening the email to now you're going to click through and see what you need. It's using the right tools for the right job. So really, really a smart campaign. I just love it, love it, love it. And that's the kind of thing that you can do. Keep your creativity going on that because it's really powerful. And you'll notice that there was a lot of value built in for me as the end user. Okay, way less exciting, but here's the example of putting your text message opt-in in your email signature. So just a simple, when you do your signature line, put in your text opt-in right there in your email. It's just in your email signature. So now every email you send out is soliciting people to sign up for your list. Social media. A lot of people think that what you're supposed to do, the vendors actually do it and sort of perpetrate this by having the ability to send out a text message and update your Facebook and Twitter at the same time. And it really is a disservice because what you want to do is to get people to understand that being on the text message list is really cool and that there's some benefits from it and there's a reason to be on the list. If they think they can just wait to get your messages as it goes by on Facebook or, oh, I'll see it on Twitter, no, they won't. The only way you're going to really get it out there directly to them right in their hands is with your own text message list. So use social media to share your magnetic offer, to build your list. That's the way to integrate this. Also, by being mobilized, by having your site mobile friendly, when you post on social media, your website, information about your website or blog posts or whatever, the fact that people can get through on social media to a mobilized site if they happen to be using, their Facebook or Twitter on mobile, that's also really helpful. Here's some examples of using social media to market your SMS list. Heather Bixler here is offering mini daily devotionals to your phone, and she's got in all the proper information. Message and data rates may apply. To get your terms and conditions, text help and stop to text. Reply with the word stop to text. To stop the texting. Sorry, I'm trying to read it at the same time. It's not working. But this is a really great example. Same thing. Here's Axiom. You can get details on sessions, networking events, and giveaways. So they're doing a really good job here with putting in magnetic offers. So there's a reason to want to do it. And same here, the Udi's gluten-free bread is, recipes and special offers. So there's some value in there. And all of these companies now, this is going out to people who are on their Twitter followers, but if Twitter went down or shut down or started charging for commercial tweets or whatever, now these businesses or this nonprofit have their own list. They own their data. That's really powerful. So that's another reason not to just send things out like that, and how there's a difference between a text message list and a social media list, and why you want to have your own SMS list. You can generate text message opt-ins from your speaking engagements. If you're speaking from the stage or talking with someone or at a webinar, teleseminar, you can say out loud your offer. If you'd like to receive, state your magnetic offer, text keyword to, and then your short code or your long code. Say it again so people can hear it. They don't always hear it the first time. Then when the second time they hear it, they'll get the code. Then the third time, when you wrap it up at the end, they'll be typing in their keyword. It kind of takes 3 times to really get it. You can't just say it once. You do want to say out loud your opt-in communication. So tell people how many messages they're going to get, let them know they can reply stop or reply help, and then just say, I need to say out loud that message and data rates may apply. You don't have to read this out like it's fine print and you sound like one of those crazy people at the end of a radio commercial. Just make it conversational, and that's fine. But it still applies. You still need to follow the best practices when you're doing it. Marketing materials, your brochure, your business cards, flyers, anything like that. Now, you're likely to get very excited about QR codes. A lot of people do. They're very cute. They're very, exciting. But make sure you don't forget that they are a one-time use. Someone only is going to scan your code once. If they opt in for your list, now you can contact them repeatedly. That's a much more powerful marketing tool in the long run. It maybe is not as sexy as a QR code, but it's way more powerful. So here's some examples of some marketing cards. A business card with a text message campaign, as well as a marketing card. These are life size, so this is like a coaster that would sit in a bar or something, like a drink coaster. Pretty apropos for the Sturgis list. But you'll see that this is kind of a really cool way to encourage people to sign up for your text message list. So if you have any sort of things that you do in print or that would be physical, this is a really great way to do it. The last thing that I'll talk to you about is print advertising. So I know there's a lot of people that do advertising. There's Today's Innovative Woman, and there's some other, magazines, website magazines that are targeting people. People that have WordPress sites are oftentimes doing some print advertising. So it is a really great idea to turn that advertising into a direct response list building tool. Don't let the ad just be for brand awareness or hopefully someone will see it and go to your site. Get them on your list. And it's really powerful to get them on your list because, again, remember their phone is probably right by their side whenever, wherever they're reading it. Their email may not be handy. It is on their phone, but it would be easier to fire up and send a text message to opt in than get your email campaign, set up, because you really can't email in. So they'd have to log into your site and then, fill out their information. So use your print advertising to get text message signups. Here's an example of Walgreens. Granted, it's a completely different kind of business, but I like the look of this so you can sort of see the concept. You can have stuff about, app, sign up for email, text in to get savings, and then liking us on Facebook. You can have several things like that if you want. It can get a little much because then you've got, 4 calls to action, but people can kind of choose it. The idea is that all of those work well on mobile. Just a quick note too, this is not a perfect campaign. It doesn't have all the proper opt-in communication. And when I did try to test it before I did the slide, it didn't work exactly. So it's not perfect, but it's a good example of what you can do. All right. So what I want to make sure you understand is that marketing your SMS campaign is critical. You've got to do it in order to build a list, in order to be able to send out to the list. But here's the other side point. Marketing your SMS campaign gives you an avalanche of activity and excitement. It's something new, it's something fresh, it's going out, you're doing something, it creates activity, and it can really sort of build upon itself. So marketing your SMS campaigns, critical, important, and also very exciting. So have fun marketing your campaigns.